I mean, to be honest, it was just very exciting. I mean, it always is when you find somebody who's really that gifted.
He's created an institution that sits with the community in which it's a part. It is the Oakland Symphony.
He's a real friend, and he's a fearless supporter of American music.
The thing to remember about Michael is that his legacy is not only one of music making, great music making, but also orchestra building, and he sort of created this landmark there in Oakland. And his belief that that really was something that the community required and could and would support. And he was right.
The audience is so much different from your typical symphony audience. It's just much more diverse in every way. Whereas many conductors are led based on some abstract formula that some marketing person's given them, Michael is actually a conductor who's willing to lead his audience, and his audience is willing to follow, so it makes for a really wonderful experience.
You know, he leads the Oakland Symphony in a way that's really consistent with being an arts organization and a democracy. And so the idea of access, of participation, of imagining the work that orchestras do being something that's available to everybody, and not just the audience, but composers and musicians and soloists.
That's a dream for a composer, because when we have idea, we really want to make it happen. Whatever I present to Michael, he just say, yes, let's do it.
When I came here after Juilliard, my teacher, John Corigliano, had said, talk to Michael Morgan. I remember showing him my piece. He looked it over and listened to a kind of reading we had of it, and right there on the spot said, hey, we'll do this next season. That so rarely happens with young composers, that you get a conductor who is so willing to give you a big professional opportunity. My perspective as a composer is seeing the many, many premieres and new works he's put on, but there's so many other ways he impacts what's happening in music, whether it's his appearance on different boards, competitions, and also educationally. I mean, he has a huge impact on educating young people through his efforts with the Oakland Symphony.
I went through the Muse program first, and then I moved on to the Oakland Symphony Youth Orchestra. Working with Michael Morgan it's honest, so you get like a real view on how you're doing, especially with like the younger kids in Muse. So he treats them like real musicians and not like little kids. It's what gives them the ability to kind of know what a real orchestra is like.
As a young violinist growing up in Oakland, I had the wonderful opportunity to play with the youth orchestra, and I also was invited to attend different school performances with Michael and to watch him talk about classical music with the kids, and to see their eyes light up and their hands shoot up with all of these questions was really inspiring. Seeing how exciting it could be as a kid and making sure that, you know, when I grow up, I want to work with kids the same way that Michael does. I've been working closely with Rachel Barton-Pine, who is an amazing violinist, launching the Music by Black Composers series. But one of the most interesting and exciting parts of this project was learning that the seeds of it were laid 20 years ago when Rachel was in the Chicago Symphony Youth Orchestra. Michael was the conductor and introduced her to some of her first composers of color, and that was really inspiring to her at the time. And so it really is a testament to Michael's broad reach and his commitment to education and his impact across the country and I'm sure across the world.
Hi, Michael. Thanks so much for being such an incredible inspiration for the last 30 years. This is for you.
When I came to the Chicago Symphony, I engaged Michael as an assistant conductor for the Chicago Symphony Orchestra. Michael is a very special conductor and a very special person, and I'm proud to have been associated with him for over 3 decades now, and I wish him a very happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Michael!
My dearest Maestro Morgan, on behalf of music makers and lovers everywhere,
we wish you a joyous birthday and we thank you.
For making a symphony that Oakland can call its own.
For always asking who's not here and what we can do to include them.
For not playing it safe and breaking barriers.
For programming concerts that make a social impact.
For bringing music into the hearts of students for many, many years.
You've changed lives, and you've changed the face of the Oakland Symphony.
And we all wish you the happiest of birthdays.